What is TIFF?
What is RGB?
How do I crop a picture?
What is a zoom tool?
What is a clone stamp?
What are levels?
My name is Eric Basir, and I have produced this unique photo restoration and retouching foundations video course to answer all these questions and more. In my classes and workshops, I have taught hundreds how to preserve and restore their personal photographic collections with Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Photoshop Elements. Now you can have me as your personal instructor in this 10-lesson course. After studying the videos and easy-to-read workbook, you'll finish with a firm foundation of how to use Adobe Photoshop or any other photo editing program confidently and correctly. Welcome back. It's been a few weeks off since we had a live show. And as always, I am prepared with some pictures if you don't have any pictures. So if you want, check into the chat room. Got a box right there, and you can converse with me. Let me know that you're there. Let me know that you're watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. We also have a Skype connection, and it is PGXU Live for contacting us through Skype while we're live. Now, when we're airing the regular programming, what I call the reruns, that will not work, and the chat room is usually closed, and we should be able to log in and see each other. Unfortunately, I'm not logged in, so give me a second, and I'm digging around here trying to find my passwords, my handy password sheet, and I'm gonna log in and get it just right for you right here. Let's see if I got the right one, and it looks like it. I'll make sure I don't put my login as the password or vice versa. And I'm in. Whew. So let's put this right here. Got my password chart, and you will be able to chat with me now. Okay, so we have finished a very, very intense advanced photo restoration tutorial, and I like to keep going along that lines. And we have to start with a interesting collection of pictures, and I'm going to bring them up if you bear with me. And as I'm clicking around, I just got the right one. I'll drag it right in. Of course, we have Photoshop already preloaded. I was prepared for that. So here's our original. Now it's not too different. This is I've dealt with a heck of a lot worse pictures than this. Let's go ahead through the workflow, and I always like to duplicate that background, and I always want to do my R1, which is what I call my working copy, and I like the TIFF workflow, but the Photoshop format will do just as fine. So let's see if I can get in here for you. We'll go to the crop tool, and it's right over here. Set our boundary, and let's trim out some excess. Sometimes the customer's picky about this, sometimes they're not. Great. And we'll hit return. And we'll save that. And let's go and apply our, what I like to do, a curves adjustment layer. We get our highlights and our shadow points right to the edges of the histogram. There's faster ways to do this, such as with the eyedropper tool. We can show you that in another class. So, there we go. So, let's see, before, after. Before, after. Much, much, much better. Yeah, before, after. Now, of course, when you fix the contrast in a color like this, you also enhance the defects. So that's where we go in. Now, for in this case, let's just go through and do some major defect work with the healing brush. Nice big fat radius there. And want to maintain original detail as much as possible when working in here. Nice big thumbprint there. I always tell customers, don't put your fingers on it. You know, we don't see it except when you zoom in. Then you see it and you say, oh my, I really messed that one up. But, you know, it happens. Just going through here, getting the most obvious of defects. And biggest ones, the sore thumbs, as you might put it. I'm gonna be careful with all that detail. That brick wall behind the backdrop can tell a story. Can be a very important part of the story. So, yuck. Let's do that over again. Swiping away. So again, if you're in the chat room, I really encourage you to submit your questions to me as I'm moving along to make this the most interesting experience for you. I'm trying to clone stamp this, and I sometimes say, why isn't it working? Well, because I've got the clone stamp set to color mode. It should be normal. And I think that was something we were doing with our last tutorial, our last class. Hope to get all this online for you on demand so you can watch it again on the Photo Grafix University Live website. So I just go in here and get these edges, and you know, I just didn't get it quite right, so what I do is I undo it and I try again. And let's jump back to the healing brush. Make a smaller make a smaller diameter. See, I got the mouse pointer. You got it highlighted on your screen there. I didn't like that. I don't know what I just introduced there. There's a couple ways, you know, there's always a couple ways to do this, so just depends how I feel. That's how I hit it, you know. Nice shoes. I do like those shoes. Yeah. Nice spots here. Okay, so we got a lot of the obvious ones out of the way. Now let's just do some